A few years ago, we had a television series called Grimm. In that series, was like Buffy, but with different kind of creatures. We had an awful lot of Vaesen, which are creatures from Norse mythology and folklore that came to life. Fast forward a few years, or well, not fast forward, but bring to now, Free League has actually blessed us with Vaesen, a Nordic horror role-playing game based on, well, Nordic horror mythology. Is this game going to be worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it? Let's take a first glance at it. Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG Unbooking videos. My fascination with the Grimm brothers and all sorts of mythology began when I was 5 years old. It was the first book I remember being gifted to me on my birthday, and I read it multiple times. Now, thanks to Vaesen, I'm going to be able to, even though it is in the 19th century, recreate all those fairy tales and take a look at those trolls and ogres and everything, all the witches. But right now. However, this is for adults, this is horror, and this is role-playing, which is even better. Free League has been very kind to send me this book so I can take a look at it. I haven't read it yet, but what I have seen thus far is incredibly promising. So I just want to show you what this book is inside and what you can get once you open it, because wow. Okay, firstly, the cover is glorious, and again with just a couple of characters, very simple color palette, is telling us the full story of what we are going to find inside. Beautifully art directed, beautifully illustrated. The back, we have the absolute perfect description of what this book is going to be like and what we get inside, which is great because if this is going to be sealed at your store, you want to be able to know exactly what's in it before you buy it. So yeah, clever idea. And once we open it, we get a lovely table of content, not hugely detailed, but detail enough that we know exactly what we're going to be getting. So from a quick introduction to the game, to the player character, what skills we have, talents, conflict and injuries, so combat and all that stuff. And then the society and the headquarters, which is where you're going to belong to. Mythic North and Uppsala. Uppsala is the mythic, the kind of fictional town where all the action in this game is going to be taking place, at least to start with. And then we get Vaesen, and humans, magical powers, world mysteries, and then the Dance of Dreams, which is an introductory adventure, which, as you can see, comes from page 196 to page 211. It doesn't need to be too long, but it's great that they have included an introductory adventure, because I feel that RPGs should always come with everything you need to play the game. One thing that has stricken me is that the layout is a lot more sober than other Free League productions, but it is beautiful. Yes, I wish there was a tiny little bit more separation between paragraphs, but that is my gripe because of my dyslexia, but it just looks fantastic, very easy to read. The illustrations are just gorgeous. It did surprise me a little bit because I was expecting to have the kind of layout that I was getting in games like Blade Runner or Alien, which they have used a lot more space to spread the book all over and really gorge in the gloriousness of the illustrations. In this case, they have not, which that doesn't mean that they don't have absolutely glorious illustrations. It's just that they haven't blended them with words as often as they have with other games. But the art is just unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. And it reminds me, this is such a consistent art direction, and the style is so idiosyncratic that it very much reminds me of what TSR did with DTR Litzy and Planescape, that the look of the whole setting really helped set the mood, and it kind of drew us into it. It became very idiosyncratic to the point that we associate the artwork and the setting, and it's indivisible. And I think they are achieving something very similar with Vaesen, because the whole art, the whole layout is so beautifully done, is so consistent throughout the book, that if I saw another Vaesen product with different artwork, it would be a bit like, okay, this feels like something else. So the paper is great, the printing is lovely, the color is fantastic, even though the palette is fairly subdued, but it's really, really nice and gorgeous to see. Nice touch to have a string bookmark, which is amazing, and loads of illustrations all over the place, and all of them is to just, I don't know, like make me want to play this as soon as possible. And by the way, as soon as I finish reading the Blade Runner RPG, this is going to be the next one I read, because I feel so drawn to it. It's just glorious in every single way. This is the map of Uppsala. The cartography is also very sober, very nice, very simple, and yet incredibly effective, which is so good. I love the way that they have done the tables, because the whole thing makes it very easy to see, very well delimited, without needing to go into big lengths of creating massive styles for it. So overall, really, this is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The setting is appealing, the layout is very well done, the artwork is just fantastic, the theme is just perfect. So I am truly and genuinely looking forward to making this my next RPG to read and play as soon as I do that with Blade Runner. Uses the year zero engine, which is possibly one of the most flexible RPG engines I have seen, together with D20, Fate, PBTA, and Gear Engine, Gear Zero Engine. Can't wait. If you have already played this or read it, I would love to hear what you have to say. Please send me your comments. and let me know what you think, because I hope you're liking this as much as I hope I'm going to like it myself. Until the next time, though, thank you for being there, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.